Today we're going to talk about the 3 steps that you need to do to overcome divorce with a healthy attitude, a healthy body, and a healthy spirit. So let's go ahead and check it out. Staying healthy through your divorce and after your divorce. Not an easy task. Let me give you a little background on this, you guys. I kind of am a little bit of a hypocrite in this video, but I wish I had someone who could guide me through this process in staying healthy mentally, spiritually, and physically. So, my divorce was very abrupt and very sudden. And it was very traumatic and very traumatizing, actually. I had everything taken away from me. My house, my car, my dog, my kid. I mean, everything was gone. I had to leave and not come back because of accusations that were pointed my way, which I have eventually thrived over, so don't think I'm like a crazy person. But I had accusations thrown my way, and I had to wait for the court systems to speed up so I could have a trial in order to prove these things. But during this time, this period of 63 days, that I wasn't able to see my son, from going from all day, every day to seeing him as a stay-at-home mom to only being able to see him once during the week and on every other weekends. It was horrific, you guys. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't eat. I got to the point where I knew that if I wanted to exercise, I couldn't because I didn't have the energy enough. I lost 20 pounds in 1 month. So don't do this. Of course, I'm glad I lost the weight, but it's not a healthy way to do it. It definitely was a huge burden in my life. Looking back now, I wish I had the tools, and I wish somebody would just have held my hand and said, this is how you're going to do it, because this is just a moment in time. Things do get better after divorce, especially if you have children and you're in a custody battle. It may feel like it goes on forever and you don't know when the end is. I know because I'm still in it, and some days I really don't even know when this is going to end. But I'm really learning to enjoy my journey and to love this new change, this new rebirth that I'm having. But first, I had to make sure that I was taking care of myself health-wise. So with mental health, you've got to make sure that you're in tune with your emotions. And I know you've probably heard me say this before if you've watched my videos before, but it's so important that you're in tune with who you are and you really find a relationship with yourself and fall in love with you. If you need to go on dates with yourself, if you need to make sure that you take that extra time in front of the mirror and say, you're worth it, you're great, let's do this, then do that. But make sure your mental capacity is there. If you need to go get a therapist, there's no shame in that. There's no shame at all. You're going through one of the hardest trials, hopefully in your life, and you need some support there for you. So the second one is physically. Obviously, I didn't really take care of myself physically, so I'm a little bit of a hypocrite there, but really take care of yourself physically. By number 1, and this is the number 1, get enough sleep. I can't reiterate that enough. You've got to have the mental capacity to be able to work through a lot of legal documentation, making sure you're setting up your life the way that it needs to be set up. You're making lifetime decisions. So if you aren't actually able there mentally because you're not getting enough sleep, you're going to regret some of the decisions that you make. So make sure you're getting enough sleep. Make sure you're getting enough of your food groups so your body's getting enough nutrition. Take your vitamins. I stopped taking my vitamins because I psychologically thought it was a privilege to take vitamins. So I just stopped taking care of myself because I wanted to punish myself, thinking how a horrible person I was. We do this to ourselves, and I just don't know why. Because we're pretty great people, and we're just going through pretty crappy stuff. But that doesn't change that we're still pretty great people. But do take care of yourself. Get your vitamins. Make sure you go to your doctor. Get a physical done. And make sure you're not decaying, especially if you're a parent. Those little ones need you to take care of yourself, and they need you to be strong for you, because mommy and daddy need to be able to do what's best for those children, and what's doing best for them is taking care of you. The last one is spiritually. Now, I happen to be a Christian, and going through a divorce as a Christian is kind of a really big gray area. You want to go check out my other videos on that, you can, about Christianity and going through a divorce and how to handle that. but really get yourself spiritually grounded. I don't know what you believe in. I don't know what you've believed in the past, but when you go through a divorce, your perspective on life really begins to change, because what you thought the expectations were that you had of life didn't come to pass. You start questioning what you actually believe. Now, I'm not telling you to change your beliefs or not, but what I am saying is remember who you were before and realize that you were a good person, and just magnify that. You don't have to change who you are and everything that made you just because you're going through a divorce. Just tweak some things to what makes you happy again, and focusing on yourself spiritually, mentally, and physically, because you are worth it. You're gonna make it through this, whether you're 5 years post-divorce, whether you're thinking about divorce, or you're going through divorce. These principles apply to everything. I may be a little bit of a hypocrite, but I wish I had someone holding my hand. And that reminds me of why I do these videos and why I wanna share this with the world. So go ahead and share this with the world as well. Hit that share button, so easy to do, and let people know that it's time we start taking care of ourselves, so that we can make those hard decisions in life when trials come, and that we can soar and fly and find happiness and empowerment through our trials. Thanks for tuning in. I know this is a hard process, and I wish I could just give you a hug and tell you that everything's going to be okay, but I know that you can handle it. Follow these steps and add to it. Think about it, ponder upon it, on what you need in your life so you can get through this trial. We can do it. I'm not done with mine, and I probably never will, but I'm going to continue to apply these things and take care of me, because I'm important and I take care of little ones, and those little ones are important too. Hit that subscribe button to join the movement on finding empowerment through your trials, so that we can be uplifted and empower each other during the hard times.